The wife pushes his hand away, spilling juice on her clothes. The wife says, "You dirtied my uniform." The man says, "Darling, I only wanted to surprise you." The wife says, "You should find a job." The man says, "I am proud of my work." The wife says, "Keep your useless pride to yourself." The wife leaves. A few minutes later, the wife and her colleagues come into the office. The secretary says, "The boss has called a meeting tomorrow in which all of us are invited to participate with our wives or husbands." The secretary leaves. One colleague says, "I will proudly bring my husband to the meeting. He is an excellent architect." Another colleague says, "My husband is a doctor." The wife says, "I cannot bring my husband to the meeting. Obviously, only high-class people will come, but I know what I have to do." A few minutes later, the boyfriend says, "Darling, why did you call me?" The wife says, "Tomorrow in the meeting, the boss asked to bring our husbands, but you know my husband is just a street vendor." The boyfriend says, "What has that got to do with me?" The wife says, "You are an educated man with a good future. I want you to act as my husband tomorrow and come with me." The boyfriend says, "What about your real husband?" The wife says, "I cannot take him along because there will be only doctors and engineers there, and he will be a cause of embarrassment for me." The boyfriend says, "Give me some benefit and I will agree." The wife and the boyfriend begin kissing each other. The next morning, the wife is getting ready. The man comes, kisses her, and says, "Darling, we haven't done anything for a long time. I want to be with you." The wife says, "I am not in the mood. Better you leave." The man says, "At least tell me where you are going." The wife says, "I am going to an important meeting." The man leaves. A while later, the wife comes to the meeting with her boyfriend. The colleagues say, "Your husband is very handsome." The boss says, "I am very happy to see you all here, and I want to share something. After our mother passed away, my brother and I had to separate. My brother lived a very hard-working life, but today I will introduce him to you all. Please welcome him with applause." The man comes and says, "Thank you, everyone." The wife whispers, "What is he doing here?" The man says, "Tell me, brother, why did you call me here? I am feeling very embarrassed." The boss says, "Don't worry, brother. I called you here so that everyone knows that today half of this company belongs to my brother, and his ownership rights are equal to mine." The man says, "Thank you for trusting me. I will work hard for the progress of the company." The boss says, "I am sure you will succeed." The man says, "I want to say that the woman sitting there is my wife, but until today she has always been ashamed of me because of my profession. That is why instead of me, she brought her lover to the meeting. I promise to work hard for the company, but first fire this woman, because if she can betray me, she can also harm the company." The wife says, "Darling, I am so happy you became a millionaire. Now we must live in love. I love you." The man says, "Oh, now you remember love." The wife says, "Please forgive me." The boss says, "You betrayed my brother. Well, I thought you were one of my best employees. Get out of here." The boyfriend says, "They don't want to see you here. Let's go." The boyfriend takes the wife away. The boss says, "Forget everything and let's continue the party." Everyone raises their glasses.